What is a loop? In programming, a loop is a piece of code that repeats the same instructions until a specific condition is met. There are two types of loops that I will be explaining, the for loop and the while loop. This class we are going to focus on the for loop. For loop. A for loop is used for repeating through a sequence that is either a list, dictionary, tuple, set, or string. For example, the following code, colors equals in a list, red, yellow, and blue, and each of these are strings. And for x in colors, print x, it would give an output of red, yellow, and blue, because for x in colors, this is the loop, and in each loop, in each iteration, it will print x. And so when you look at the list, the first term is red, so x is red, and we have to print x, and then it repeats, and it goes to yellow, and it prints yellow, and then blue. To stop a loop before it has fully finished, use the break statement. To step out of the current loop while it's in progress, use the continue statement. Okay, so we are going to test the colors loop. So we had colors is equal to in a list. There's red, yellow, and blue. And we had for x in colors, print x. So now let's just run it to verify that it would print red, yellow, blue. So when we run it, it says red, yellow, blue. And now we can put a breakpoint over here and we can debug it so we can see what x is at each point, each stage in the code when we run it. So instead of running it, we debug it. So right now it has colors is a list of 3, red, yellow, and blue. And so the breakpoint is over here, and so when there's a breakpoint over here, it doesn't run up to, it only runs up to here. So basically it only saw this, which is why it says colors is red, yellow, and blue, and it's a list with 3 items. So now if we want it to step over, go to run and step over, and now colors is still red, yellow, blue, and now there's a string that says red. And if we go to console, there's nothing over here yet since it stopped. It just finished this statement and it didn't run this printx statement yet. So now go back to debugger. If we step over, now x is still red and now it's running this statement which is printx. So if we go to console, now it says red since it's on this stage. Now if we step over again, it's back to the beginning of the loop. For x in colors, x becomes the second term, which is yellow. Over here it says x is yellow, or over here it also says x is yellow. And in console, it's still just red because it still hasn't ran this printx statement yet. So if we step over again now it will say yellow because it's on this printx statement, and now it's going to go back to this statement if we step over again. So let's step over again. So now it's running this statement, so it says x is equal to blue, and it's a string, and console still only has red and yellow. If we step over, blue will come up, and now it has gone through all 3 of these items in the list. So if we step over again, it'll be done. So this is how a loop works. Now we're gonna try using the break and continue statement to step out of the loop. So first we're gonna try break. So break is if you want to step out of the loop completely. So let's have for x in colors, and let's make it so that we step out of the loop if the color is yellow. So we'll say if x is equal to yellow, then we say break. So when x is equal to yellow, then break will step out of it, so it would be gone. So like the whole loop is complete. So it wouldn't print x over here because it would be all done. And then at the end, outside of the loop, we'll say print done. Done. Okay, now let's run this. So it says red, and then done, because for colors, if x is equal to yellow, which it is equal to yellow, then it will break. So it'll step out of this entire loop, and it won't go to the beginning again. So then it will print done. And now we're going to try the continue statement. So let's put it to where it was before. Now the continue statement is used for while you're in the current iteration of the loop. It will stop that iteration and go back and loop to the next x. So for x and colors, let's make it stop when there's yellow again. So if x is equal to yellow, then we'll say continue, and then it won't print x. Let's also make it say print skipped. So let's run this. Now it'll say red and blue. And the reason why I didn't say print skipped is because since we put print skipped after continue, it would have already continued. So first we have red, so it printed red. Then we had yellow, and it said if x is equal to yellow, then it will continue. So then it would stop this whole thing and go back here, and it would be blue already. So in order for it to say print skipped, we have to move this before the continue so that the continue wouldn't affect it. So it would first print skipped, and then continue and go to blue. So now let's run it. So it'll say red skipped blue because yellow got skipped. So remember, break is for stepping out of the whole loop completely. So the whole loop is done. And continue is used for stepping out of the current iteration of the loop. Range function. To loop through a set of code a specified number of times, use the range function. It'll give an output of a sequence of numbers, and by default it'll start at 0, increase by 1 each time, and end at a specified number. And here are the parameters. So range x starts at 0, goes up by 1, ends at x, but it doesn't include x. And range xyz starts at x, ends at y, and not including y, and z is an increment, so it goes up by z each time. And range xy starts at x, ends at y, not including y though, and it goes up by 1. A range function is used by typing for x in range and the parameters, and here's the loop, and this ... you write stuff inside the loop. So here's an example for the range function. So we have for x in range. Let's first try one parameter, which is the ending number. So if we have 4, over here we'll have print x. So it will repeat 4 times because it starts at 0 and goes up to 3 because it doesn't include 4. So then for x in range 4, it would first print x, the first x, which is 0, since the range is 4. So it'll print 0, and then it'll go back, and now x is 1, and now it'll print 1, and then 2, and then 3, and it doesn't say 4. So if we run this, it says 0, 1, 2, 3. And now if we were to add another parameter, so if we want to start at 4, and we want it to end at 9, then we would have to write 10 because it doesn't include the ending number, and then print x, so then it would print 4 to 9. So it says 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now if we add another parameter, that's the increment. So let's make it, right now by default, it increases by 1 each time, but if we wanted to increase by 2, we would do this. Now it says 4, 6, 8, since it needs to go, the range is from 4 to 10, but it doesn't include 10, so 4 to 9. It increases by 2, so first it's 4, plus 2, 6, plus 2, 8. And since the loop is done, it just stops.